To be trusted is a greater compliment than to be loved. Sadly, this is the truth these days. Being trusted comes at such a high price because people don't feel as if they can trust anyone. Trust is so easily taken away and yet so hard to gain. America used to be a place where neighbors trusted each other and doors were never locked. Now you have to double check the lock on your door just to sleep safe at night. Many of the stories have exemplified how untrustworthy people can be, but they've also shown how close to you those betraying you are. Families who should be trusted so easily, but because of jealousy and power, it's not always the case. Family has become such a shady word. In the story with the girl and the two sisters, the sisters lied to her and told her she really gave birth to objects, not babies. This was out of pure jealousy, but the girl believed them despite her doubts because they were her family. I experienced firsthand the punch-in-the-gut feeling you get when you find out that there's been a betrayal. I worked closely under County Executive Jack Johnson right before he was arrested by the FBI for his illegal activity while he was in office. Seeing this paints such a clear picture of why I find it so hard to trust those in office. Because these things get plastered all over the news, and it will stay in the back of your head. It's these thoughts in the back of your head that make you second-guess giving money to charities as well. With so many charity scandals in the news this past year alone, charity donations have decreased significantly. People can't trust where their money is going to anymore. My father and I jet ski in many charity races, and I have to admit that while we are out there, we have both wondered if our volunteering is even going to a good cause. Because with all of the findings of scandals, you just don't know who to trust anymore. But the worst part is that those who are affected the most are the ones who really need it. It's the millionaires that are being shady, but it's those in need that get the worst end of the scandal. But thankfully, people have found more reliable ways of making sure that those who are in need get their help. An example of this was last Christmas time, when people would go to Kmart layaway and pay off people's Christmas time bills. It's great that people have begun to rise up and take things into their own hands. Trust is a greater compliment than to be loved. That once innate behavior is now something we rarely give away. Jealousy, ambition, and greed have caused the idea of trust to fade. This has led to independence of people and less reliance on others. It's the use of that new self-reliance that determines the effect that the lack of trust will have on our world.